You are joining with Lunchtime News, edited by J. Yogaraj and read by Taniya Linton. Let's look at the headlines first. The National Building Research Organization (NBRO) has issued early landslide warnings to 6 districts. The foreign exchange has increased up to $1,800 million during the first 4 months of this year. News overseas. Thailand elections. Opposition parties surge ahead as count continues. In sports. Italian Open, Cameron Norrie sets up a meeting with Novak Djokovic. And now let's look at the stories in detail. Moving on to the local news. The National Building Research Organization (NBRO) has issued landslide early warnings for the Galle, Mathura, Hambantota, Kaluthura and Ratnapura districts. The relevant warning will be valid for 24 hours until 4:30 p.m. today. Meanwhile, the Department of Meteorology has also issued a general weather forecast for the next 36 hours, predicting showers or thunder showers in the western, Sabaragamu, central and northwestern provinces and in the Galle and Mathura districts. Meanwhile, the Irrigation Department warns of a minor flood situation in the low-lying areas of the Nilwala River Valley in Kotapola, Pittabadura, Akurasa, Athurliya, Malimbada, Tihagoda, Mathura and Devinuwara TS divisions. Residents in these areas are requested to be aware and take adequate precautions. The foreign exchange has increased up to $1,800 million during the first 4 months of this year. The Foreign Employment Ministry says in a media communique that the foreign exchange has increased due to a large number of remittances from migrant workers during the first quarter of this year. Meanwhile, the Sri Lanka's remittance from official channels rose to $568 million in March 2023, which is 78% from a year earlier. Now, moving on to foreign news. Thai voters have rejected the military-backed government as 2 opposition parties to be set for coalition talks. Initial results show the move forward and full Thai parties surging ahead of Prime Minister Prayut Chan-o-cha. The election has been described as a turning point for Thailand, which has experienced military coups in its recent years. And now, moving into sports news. British number 1 Cameron Norrie beat Martin Fucsovics to set up an Italian Open last 16 meeting with the world number 1 Novak Djokovic. Norrie came through 62-7-6 in a match that had been held over following Saturday's rain interruptions in Rome. Norrie had led by a set and 5-1 but was pegged by the Hungarian before digging deep again to win. And that brings to the end of our lunchtime news. Let's look at the headlines once again. The National Building Research Organization (NBRO) has issued early landslide warnings to 6 districts. The foreign exchange has increased up to $1,800 million during the first 4 months of this year. In news overseas, Thailand elections, opposition parties surge ahead as count continues. In sports, Italian Open, Cameron Norrie sets up a meeting with Novak Djokovic.
ජනමාධ්‍ය ආයතන එක්ව පිහිට වූ එකම විදුහල වූ ශ්‍රී ලංකා ජනමාධ්‍ය විද්‍යාලයෙන් පුහුණුව ලබා වෘත්තීය මට්ටමේ ජනමාධ්‍යවේදියෙකු වන්න. පුහුණු වූ 90%කට වැඩි පිරිසක් දැනට මාධ්‍ය ක්ෂේත්‍රයේ නියැලී සිටී. ගුවන් විදුලි රූපවාහිනී හා පුවත්පත් පාඨමාලා සඳහා නොවැම්බර් මාස 30 වෙනිදාට පෙර අයදුම් කරන්න.